And welcome to another edition of Wrestletalk. I'm Ralph Williams, along with Smokim Jim Frazier by phone. And it's great to be here with you today. We have a lot to talk about coming up at 4:30. Matt VARANIK he is the ring announcer for the Pros of Wrestling. And I want to thank KSWA for I was at their event on Saturday. It was a great event. Trapper Tom mentioned me and said, Ralph Williams from Wrestletalk is here. And, I didn't get much of an ovation, but I'll take it for what it is. So, but it was a great time. I got to see Tarantula for the second time, and I'm working on getting Tarantula on this program for an interview that's coming up real soon. I'm working on that, and I'm the booking machine. If I can get all the guys I've gotten, I can get Tarantula as well. All right, to get started here, D-Law77 says, hey. Well, hey, back to you too, and welcome to the program. All right, Smoking Jim Frazier, welcome back. Welcome to Wrestletalk. How are you today?
This is my favorite hour of the week, brother.
You know it exactly. All right, Smoking Jim, let's get started. But first, I want to show everybody some of the pictures here. As you know, I interviewed Mark Charles. Here's me and Mark Charles here. A picture from Saturday, the referee for KSWA. And I got to tell you, what a great show they put on there at the American Legion in Sheridan. And as always, I was picking on the other ref, Jimmy J, telling him, do your job, ref. And, but anyway, also Rise Wrestling this Saturday, 7 p.m., the Stronghold at the Uniontown Mall. Rise Ascension title ladder match. Gianni Michael Enrico. We've had Gianni on the program versus AJ Alexander. And that's going to be an interesting match. So for tickets, www.rysewrestling.com. And don't forget to support them guys as well as some great guys at Rise. And also, let me see what we have here. What's this one? No, that's not what I wanted. Let's see here. I've got a couple more here that I just put in here today. There we go. That's not. Oh, here we go. All right. Don't forget Erie All-Star Wrestling up in Erie. The old school is back in session. Saturdays this winter, December 21, January 4, January 18, February 1, February 22, and March 5 at the Saga Club on Washington Avenue in my second favorite city in the world, Erie. I'm not going up there right now because of the snow, but let me advise you, if you're going to see these shows and you decide to stay up there, please do not stay at the Candlewood Suites Hotel. All right, please do not do that. Please do it for me. My family was mistreated there. Management there mistreated my family, and it's not a great place to stay. So please do not stay at the Candlewood Suites if you plan on going to the Saga Club up in Erie for their event as well. All right, every Tuesday we're here 5 to 6 p.m. for Wrestletalk with me, Ralph Williams, Smoking Jim Frazier. All right, Smoking Jim, let's get started here. WWE has developed a transfer portal. They're moving some wrestlers around. Your thoughts on this transfer portal?
Well, I tell you what, it's fun. They're thinking outside the box. I don't see much of a difference between SmackDown and Raw.
Right.
Other than the roster. So I like when those guys move back and forth for their convenience. And to me, it's a fun thing to do. Why not give it a try? If it don't work, you can try something else, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm actually quite surprised they're doing this because remember when Vince McMahon did something similar to that before, and it kind of didn't work out, or it wasn't real, messed up about that. And all right, hold on a second.
Kind of defeated the draft that they had, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Why'd they have that draft, right?
Exactly. All right, we're gonna cut the show in half today because Matt just emailed me and said he's not going to be here today, so I didn't have enough material for us to do a 60-minute show. So we're going to do 30 minutes, and we're going to be done at 5:30 today. So there we are. I'll give you a little extra time, Smoking Jim, to enjoy your KFC before the pizza and the hoagie show up.
My
You know,
man,
for
my man.
what you call it? What's the name of that place? Iron Onion or something? That pizza shop.
Oh, I can't think of it right
Yeah.
now. Probably
Olive
been
oils.
13 years.
Olive
I guess
oils.
it's
Yeah,
olive
that's it.
oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Olive oil speaking pizzeria. Yes,
Hey, you know
sir.
what? I went in there one time. I
Frank
mentioned,
Panera.
yeah,
Frank Panera.
I went in there. I mentioned,
No.
I mentioned your name one time. I went in there. They charged me double.
I believe that, brother.
Oh my. All right. So anyway, we have this tournament coming up as well for the WWE. They have the women's tournament for both the US title, the new women's US title, new women's intercontinental title. We have those tournaments coming up. What's your thoughts on these tournaments so far?
So far, so good. I like it. It's very interesting. I just don't like the format of three people wrestling and then one go. I like
Oh,
one on one. Yeah, I
yeah.
like the one on one wrestling. But hey, what can you do? It seems to work. The storyline is a lot easier to write when you got three. So hey, whatever they do, I usually don't see a problem with it. I'm such a fan of the sport.
All right. Yeah. Oh, I am as well. But you know what's interesting about the triple threat matches? Well, I actually like the singles matches as well, but the triple threat matches, I think what I like about the WWE is compared to AEW. When AEW has a tournament, they have this bracket, they have that bracket, they have that bracket. And it takes 6 years to get to somebody. You understand what I'm saying? They have all these different brackets. WWE makes it simple. They have these triple threat matches, and now Saturday night's main event's coming up this Saturday, and we're ready to crown a champion already. And it's only been what, 2, maybe 3 weeks, not even that. Okay, that's why I like when WWE does a tournament, because they don't play around. I mean, somebody's in the blue bracket and they get 10 points for this match. If they lose, they still get 3 points, and it's just a whole bunch of confusion. And then you got the orange bracket, the blue bracket, the green bracket, over at AEW. I don't like when they do that. It's silly. I think it's really silly, and they drag it out too long. At least with WWE, they don't do that. You see what I'm saying? You know,
Yes, sir.
and
Yes, sir.
I like the way they, it's quickly, it's done fast, and those triple threat matches as well. Your thoughts on the New Day? Last night they tried to speak. Once again, the fans got in the middle, just like they do with Dominic Mysterio. Your thoughts on last night's Raw, and your thoughts on the New Day and their new attitude?
Well, they just got to be prepared to be in the heel. I mean, they were going in that direction
Yeah,
for a while, and when they disrespected Big E the way that they did on national TV, there, I don't know what more they can expect. I didn't think it would be that bad. I didn't think it would get to the
no,
Dominic the level, but it did. They couldn't even get a word out. So
yeah,
they brought it on themselves, man. After
yeah,
10 years,
yeah.
um,
Yeah, and the
but
fans supporting them, buying Bootio cereal and all that other stuff. What was it? The ice cream cart. Remember that one, and some of the other stuff they did. The horn. I
I
used.
never been a New Day. I never been a New Day fan, so it doesn't pay. I like Big E. I was a fan of Big E, but
Yeah,
I wasn't never a New Day fan. So the boos didn't bother me as much as some of the other people that really backed them over the years.
yeah, exactly. They had switched up and decided to become heels. I don't, in technical terms, I don't really blame them, because the reason I say this is because they've been around as baby faces for so long, and now all of a sudden we're getting respect. There was just a whole bunch of stuff that was going on and everything else. Your thoughts on Drew McIntyre returning, and he blindsided Sami Zayn again, and this kind of stuff. Now Sami Zayn's angry with him, and he wants to fight him at Saturday night's main event. You know what? If I'm Sami Zayn, I don't think I'd want to mess with Drew McIntyre right now, because that guy is just really, Drew McIntyre is a hornet's nest, or he's a hornet that don't have a nest, and he's pissed, and I don't blame him. And he's upset about some stuff, and he's mad, just like every other wrestler's angry with the people who helped Roman Reigns. Now we got all these. Everybody hates Cody Rhodes. Everybody hates the Usos. Everybody hates Sami Zayn. Everybody hates this guy. Everybody hates CM Punk because they all helped Roman Reigns. Your thoughts on all this nonsense?
Yeah, I tell you what, man, you're exactly right, man. Drew McIntyre's looking for blood, and I don't think too many people want to see, want to wrestle him right now. Sammy's in his crosshairs right now, along with quite a few other people. So yeah, you're right.
And he attacked Jey Uso last week, and
he never admitted to that. Right?
They said he did it. So
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
I'm interested to find out who attacked Jay Cargill. That's the one that I'm really, we need to call. We need to call Magnum PI or somebody like that, or get somebody in here.
They put a beating on her, man.
Yeah, that was bad. And I have a couple suspicions. I think it was Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, because they wanted to go for the belts. And I think Jay Cargill and Bianca Belair gave him some crap. And here we are. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez right now, they're vultures. I mean, you give them any kind of, you even so much as look the wrong way at them, and they they want to beat you up or something. So I mean, you got to be very careful with them. They're very. She's very Liv Morgan's very sneaky. And here's a question I have for you that I want to bring up. Your thoughts on? I am hearing stories now that Dominic Mysterio is moving to SmackDown.
Wow, I didn't hear that one yet.
Well, he's been at SmackDown the last 2 weeks talking to Nick Aldis. And I heard with this transfer portal, he wants to go to SmackDown. And then you have Carmelo Hayes, who's frustrated because he's the number one pick of SmackDown. He didn't get any respect. He wants to go to Raw. But Nick Aldis said he's got a match for him next week against a superstar, a new guy that's coming in. And I have a pretty good idea who it is, because they both just signed contracts. Penta and his brother, Penta and his brother from AEW. They just signed contracts, and I think he's going to fight one of them.
If Dominic moves to SmackDown, will Liv move too?
I don't know. I'm hearing stories. Nia Jax could go to Raw, and Liv could go to SmackDown. And the Judgment Day, I don't know what they're going to do. Nobody knows at this point.
Wow.
So I missed the Final Testament thing last night. I got jammed up with something last night versus the Wyatt 6. What happened there?
Wow.
I missed that match. That was the only match I missed.
Who won that? I think Wyatt 6 got beat.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Wyatt 6 got beat.
Yeah, I heard Paul Ellering came back or something. I heard, I missed that match.
Yeah.
And then there was a few times I switched over to the football game, and I might have missed a couple segments of or one or two pieces of some matches, but that was, because I switched over to the football game. So, but your thoughts on Raw going to Netflix, Smoking Jim? It's coming up in January, and they're trying to make it a good program for Netflix by having this transfer portal. Do you think Raw can make it on Netflix, and what do you think is going to happen?
Well, if they're able to, if Netflix is able to do the production, that's a lot of money for wrestling.
Yes, it is. Yeah. And you know what's funny, though? Fox laid an egg, man. They should have never got rid of SmackDown. They should have re-signed a contract with WWE.
Yeah.
I know that WWE didn't make the money that they promised Fox they were going to make, which is how the contract was structured. Fox said, we need you to make this kind of money in order for us to put you on here. And the WWE didn't. And I think they were short by not a lot. And, I think but we'll see what happens. I think it's going to work on Netflix. Netflix is going to make money because now people are going to get a subscription to watch Raw,
Yeah.
And, so I'm hearing they might be moving the WWE network and their programming from Peacock to Netflix down the road. That could happen. I mean,
Wow.
but let's see what Netflix does, because not only do they have Raw coming up, Christmas Day, they have the Steeler Kansas City game, and I hope they don't screw it up. You know what I mean? Like they did the boxing fight with Tyson and Paul, so I just hope that they get their act together and get everything they need done, because if they don't, there's going to be major issues. That's the way I look at it with that. All right, let's take a look at what do you think, Ludwig Kaiser again versus Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental title? You think Ludwig Kaiser will ever make it in this thing, or what do you think?
I think he'll make it, maybe, but it's not his time. He's not going to be Braun Breaker.
Oh no. Braun's going to be champ for a while. He's going to be another Gunther. He's going to be a champ for a little while there. I see him getting involved in the Royal Rumble match and possibly being the Royal Rumble winner. If that happens, then he goes up against a champion of his choice. So, the Royal Rumble's going to be a dangerous pay-per-view there, Smokin' Jim, because the reason I say that is because everybody's going to be involved. I heard Brock Lesnar's coming back. Your buddy Logan Paul. You got The Rock. I heard The Rock's going to be involved in that match. There's going to be a bunch of guys coming back that are going to be involved in that, and John Cena. So, I mean, that match is going to be one heck of a match this year for an opportunity to fight for the championship at WrestleMania. If you were today, if Royal Rumble was to be tomorrow, who would you take to win the match in the men's and the women's?
Royal Rumble?
Yeah.
Ooh, man, I need your opinion on that one, Ralph. That's too close to call for me.
All right,
What you think?
I'll tell you who I think. I think it's going to be Roman Reigns for the men. I think Roman Reigns wants to make a comeback. I think he's going to win that match. For the women, I'd like to see Rhea Ripley get it. I'd like to see her go to WrestleMania. She's been shortchanged because of this Judgment Day crap. I'd like to see her get it and see where she goes with it. I would like to see that. It's too bad Jade Cargill's hurt. She probably won't be back for a while. So if she was in that match, I would take her. But she was in it last year, and she got out. She got out pretty quickly. She wasn't in it very long. So but if it was me, that would be my predictions right there. So Roman Reigns and Rhea Ripley.
Sounds good, bro.
Yeah, if I had the money, I'd put it down, but I don't. So I'm so broke. Dollar Tree sent me a sympathy card. So yeah, so but anyway. All right. Let's take a look at some AEW stuff here before we go anywhere. The Hurt Syndicate looks like they're starting to get a little bit better, bigger and better. Who do you think is gonna move into where the Hurt Syndicate is involved here?
Where'd they get bigger at?
Well, I'm talking about if there was to be anybody else to join. Do you think who do you think they would be able to recruit for the Hurt Syndicate?
Somebody black.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I heard Cedric Alexander's coming there, so I heard if he comes to AEW, they may move him in there.
Well, he was part of it before, right?
Yes, he was. Absolutely. Yeah. Yes, he was. So but we're going to see what happens there. I'm interested to find out about that, but we'll go from there with that. So, all right, let's see what we have here. Okay, yeah, Ray Phoenix.
You think Swerve? You think they got a chance?
I think they might have a chance to get Swerve. I think Swerve would go with them. You know who else I think would go with them? Private Party.
Okay.
I think Private Party would go with the Hurt Syndicate.
Okay.
Don
Okay.
Callis is starting to grow his family. I mean,
Yes, he is.
he's got Archer, and he's got that other guy there, that Hobbs, Powerhouse Hobbs. He got him now, or he had
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
And he was out for a little while, and I heard he got him back or something. I don't know. So,
Okay.
but there's a bunch of stuff going on with his family. He's shuffling guys in and out. And I got to tell you, ROH is coming up this week. There's going to be a match coming up at Final Battle for the hang on a minute. Okay. For the Final Battle ROH Championship. You ready for this, Smoking Jim? It's going to be Chris Jericho versus Matt Cardona. Matt Cardona has shown up. Remember him? He was the former he was in the WWE, was the Long Island IC, Zack Ryder.
Oh yeah.
And he's been floating around in the independents, and he's been on TNA, and he's been on MLW, and he's been floating around the independents. Well, I heard he signed a contract with ROH and AEW, and he's going up against Chris Jericho. Your thoughts on that match? Because Final Battle's coming up this week. You also have Dustin Rhodes versus Sammy Guevara, still tag team champs there. They have a big match coming up. Your thoughts on Jericho Cardona?
Well, I got a feeling Jericho's going to find a way to win.
Okay. Well, Jericho's been 50-50 lately. He's been winning some and losing some. I've seen him lose a couple matches that I thought he could have won. And, but we'll see. Yeah. Matt Cardona, don't sell him short. He's a good wrestler. He was in the NWA as well. He was NWA champion, TNA champion. He was one time back in the day, maybe he was ROH, MLW champion. So he's been around, and he's been flirting around in the independents a little bit as well. So we'll see where this goes. But it's Penix I got the other guy's name right here. That's going to the WWE from AEW. They were the masked men. Ray Phoenix, Penix, and Ray Phoenix. Those guys. Remember them? The masked guys, and they have their skinny manager.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're going over there. I heard Ricky Starks is going over there to the WWE. I even heard Hook might be going. I heard his contract's about to run out, so he might be leaving too. You know who's over in AEW right now, don't you? Leo Rush. Remember him?
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, Leo Rush. Good old Leo Rush. It's good to see Matt Riddle in TNA. I'm interested to see what he's going to do. I'm hearing Josh Alexander may move on to WWE. We'll see where that goes. You got the NXT, or you got the TNA WWE relationship going on. I heard they're going to even be doing transfer portal there with that too now, Smoking Jim. Or if you want to go to TNA, you go to TNA. So,
Wow.
So you might be seeing Mustafa Ali is going to be in AEW. He's coming in there. You got a few other guys. You got Nick Nemeth still with TNA, formerly known as Dolph Ziggler. He's still the champ there. Moose now is the X Division championship. I don't know how many more championships he can win. I think he's a Grand Slam champion now, because he's won just about every one of them except the X Division. He got that now. So Moose is doing pretty well at TNA. And you got the Dudley boys going all across the country. I watched a match. They were in an independent wrestling company. They were in a match with a couple guys. So they've been going around touring the country as the Dudley boys again. So I didn't expect that to happen either. But Smoking Jim, we're getting ready to wrap up. What's your thoughts on Saturday night's main event this Saturday night, 8:00?
Wow. I'll tell you what, man. They put together, again, a tremendous card, man. It's gonna be great, man. What do you think, Ralph?
I think it is. I like the card, at least for the first show, and the return of Jesse the Body Ventura. At commentary.
That's gonna be good.
Oh, my man Jesse. I wish he would have ran for president.
See how thin he is now.
Yeah, I see that.
He is now.
Yeah, he is real thin. He's thinner now than he was when he ran for governor in Minnesota. So yeah, I saw how thin he is. But you know what? He's back, and I like it. He's one of the last of the, Bobby Heenan's, up there with the Lord and the Gorilla Monsoon and all them guys. So but it's nice to see Jesse back. Oh, you know who else is in TNA? I forgot to mention too. Smoking Jim, JBL.
Wow, that's
JBL's in TNA.
huge.
Yeah.
What? Wow, that's huge.
Yeah, but nobody knows what he's doing there, what his purpose is. No one knows yet.
Okay.
So he's been showing up in people's matches. He's been watching stuff. But, JBL's a smart guy. He does stock market tips. He has shows and podcasts. And then, he makes appearances in independent wrestling sites now, I'm hearing. And now he's doing TNA. So, JBL's a smart guy. My interesting thing is I'd like to see where Baron Corbin's going to go. He got terminated by the WWE or let go, and I'm interested to
Wow,
see where he
that's
goes.
surprising.
Yeah.
That's
Well, they
surprising.
didn't have anything for him to do. And he was teaming up with who? Apollo Crews. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. The last thing he did of any substance was him and Braun Breaker teamed up in NXT, and they won the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team trophy. Remember that?
Yeah, I
But
remember.
that's the last substance thing that he's done. He hasn't done anything else. So, I mean,
Okay.
they didn't have no room for him in creative. It's time for him to go. So, All right, Smoking Jim, any final thoughts before we wrap it up here? Because we're going to wrap it up early tonight.
No, man, you did a great job, Ralph.
Thank you. I appreciate it very much. Thank you. And don't forget out there, hold on, we got a comment here that I almost forgot to see here. What's going on? RXJ says, hi, hello, Ralph. Sorry, RXJ, we're getting ready to wrap things up here, and I apologize I didn't get to you right away. But we're wrapping things up a little early today. Our guest is not going to be available. He got stuck at his job, and he's not going to be able to make it. So we're going to try to get Matt on another time. And I'm also working on getting T Ranchula, the independent wrestler. I'm working on getting Legendary and getting ready working on getting him on the show as well. So I'm working there, get some great guests and talent on here. Try to get some of those folks here. I'm the booking machine, as they say. So I'm going to try to book as many guests as I can, and I'm working on a few to get on here as well. And coming up in March, don't forget. I want to let everyone know, marking on your calendar. Don't forget in March, the pros of wrestling is going to have a match in March at the community center in Ross Township, and it's going to be in dedication to Bruno Sammartino. So we'll be there. I'll be there for that. Smoking Jim, I think, can probably make it for that, and we'll see you there. For Smoking Jim Frazier, I'm Ralph Williams. Oh, don't forget to catch Smoking Jim Pittsburgh Sports Line tonight at 7 o'clock. Bethel Park TV, YouTube, Facebook as well. You can watch him eat his hoagie and, and take digs from El Levine. So there you go. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Smoking Jim, when you get an opportunity tonight, say hello to Nick Callis for me. That's my man.
My man.
I tell you what, though, Smoking Jim, he's really going to mess his pants if I get that radio job.
Oh, no doubt about that.
Yeah.
He won't be the only one. He won't be the only one.
There's going to be a few people messing their pants, huh? You know what I mean? If I get that job, that's going to be interesting. Yeah. By the way, everybody, I want to let everyone know I was trying to kind of keep it a secret, but it's hard not to talk about it. But there is a possibility I might be getting a steady radio job Monday through Friday. I am waiting for a decision to come from the corporate team that deals with the radio station. As soon as I hear from them, I will let you know. And it's a possibility. So we'll be switching some things around here on RW Media Productions with our programs. All right. So, all right. For Smoking Jim Frazier, I'm Ralph Williams. Everyone have a great night. Thank you for watching, and please be safe.